गोपाल गोकुल वल्लभी प्रिय गोपगोसुत वल्लभं चरणारविन्दमहं भजे भजनीयसुरमुनिदुर्लभं गोपाल गोकुल वल्लभी प्रिय गोपगोसुतवल्लभं घनश्याम काम अनेक छबिलो काभिराम मनोहरं किञ्चल्कवसन किशोरमूर्ति भूरि गुणकरुणाकरं गोपाल गोकुल वल्लभी प्रिय गोपगोसुतवल्लभं सिरकेकि छबिलोलकुण्डल अरुणवनरुहलोचनं गुञ्जावतं सविचित्रसभङ्ग धातु भवभयमोचनं गोपाल गोकुल वल्लभी प्रिय गोपगोसुतवल्लभम् कच्चकुटिलसुन्दरतिलकभ्रूरक मयङ्कसमाननम् अपहरण तुलसी दासत्रास विहार वृन्दा कानन गोपाल गोकुल वल्लभी प्रिय गोपगोसुत वल्लभं चरणारविन्दमहं भजे भजनीयसुरमुनिदुर्लभं गोपाल गोकुल वल्लभी प्रिय गोपगोसुत वल्लभम्। श्री राधा वरकृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की।
ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। श्री सद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूतमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शिरसा नमामि। सन्तोषिणी जगन्माता मम सौभाग्यवृद्धये नमस्करोमि भक्त्या त्वां प्रसन्ना वरदा भव। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ॐ नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। नीलाम्बुजश्यामलकोमलाङ्गं Sita Samaropita Vamabhagam Panau Mahasayaka Charuchapam Namami Ramam Raghuvamsanatham Janmatyasya yatonvayati taradacharteshvabhitnaswarat Tene brahmahridaya adigavaye muhyanti yatsurayah Tejo varimridam yatha vinimayo yatra trisargo mrisha Damna svena sada nirastakuhakam Satyam param dhimahi Dharma projita kaita putra paramo Nirmatsaranam satam Vedyam vastavamatra vastu shivadam Tapatrayonmulanam Srimad Bhagavate Mahamunikrite Kimva Parairishwaraha Sadyo hrityavarudyate trakritibihi Shushrushubittakshanade Nigamakalpadaror galitam phalam Sukamukhat amrutadrava samyutam Pipada bhagavatam rasamalayam Muhuraho rasika bhuvi bhavuka Yam pravrajandamanupetamapeta krityam Dvaipayano virahakatara ajuhava Putreti tanmayataya taravo vineduho Tam sarvabodahridayam munimanatosmi Yasvanubhavamakilashrudisaramekam Adhyatmadipamatitirshatam tamundham Samsarinam karunayaha purana guhyam Tam vyasasonumupayami gurum muninam Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam Devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudirayede Adau Devaki Devi Garbhajananam Gopi Grihe Vardhanam Maya Putana Jipitapaharanam Govardhanodharanam Kamsachedana Kauravadihananam Kundi Sutah Palanam Etat Bhagavatam Purana Katitam Sri Krishna Leelamritam. So yesterday we saw Hiranyakashipu torturing his own son Prahlada. And 1 round, 2 round, 3 round torture. Then he was frustrated. Now what to do? This little boy is challenging my own authority. So Chandamarka, the gurus, they said that our guru has gone for long meditation. Now he is returning. So that the children go back to the ashram and our guru, our father will be able to teach them better than us. So he had no choice but send them back. So the children, the Prahlada went back to the ashram again. And one day Chandamarka was not there. So all the children got around Prahlada and started asking, we heard that you were being tortured so much, but still you didn't die. What is the secret? Tell us. So Prahlada started teaching them. This is the first Balavihar initiated by Prahlada. Prahlada says, Kaumare acharet pratnyaha dharman bhagavatani durlabham manusham janma tatapadhruvamarthadam. Prahlada says, wise men should begin the practice of disciplines of Bhagavata, devotional discipline. They call Bhagavata Dharma. Bhagavata Dharma, according to Bhagavatam, is Yat karoshi yatasnasi, Yat juhoshi dadasi yat, Yat tapasyasi kaunteya, Tat kurushamadarpanam. In Gita also it is there. So in Bhagavatam also it is there. What is that? Whatever you do, whatever you accomplish, yadashnasi, whatever you eat, juhoshi, whatever you offer, dadasi, whatever you offer, yat tapasyasi, so whatever tapas you perform, he kaunteya tat kurushamadarpanam. This is from Gita. So offer to me. This is called Bhagavata Dharma. Whatever you do, first offer to Bhagavan and do it. That's the idea. Yeah. We forget, even food also when it comes, we forget. This is Bhagavan's blessing. You forget and you attack the food, You should not do that. You should at least 2 minutes pray to the Lord and then eat. Prahlada says, we should start this devotional practice from childhood onwards. It is not that after 88 years you think about, now the Janika time ho gaya, let us start some practice. No, by the time you have no strength. So, kaumare acharet pratnya dharman bhagavatani cha. So, for human birth in which alone devotional discipline can be practiced, it is extremely rare. It is uncertain how long life lasts. And he says, human life is calculated 100 years. Out of that 100 years, 50 years we waste in sleeping. Then afterwards, only 50 years left. After that, 25 years goes in Balikala and Kaumara and education, etc., uncared. Then what is left is only 25 years. During that time, the grihastashramam, children, family, etc., settling down. There is a settling down. There is a time for settling down. Even after getting a job, it takes 10 to 15 years by the time you settle down. Then what is left is only what? Maximum 10 years or 5 years to live. This is what they say. So, please do not waste your life. That is the point he is making. Then people are entangled in this fearful state of samsara. If he is really intelligent, he should strive for attainment of the divine. After listening to this long sermon he gives, and after listening to this, children ask, where did you learn all this? You also study in the same school. We are also studying in the same school. From where did you get all this knowledge? Then Prahlada said, see, when my father went for tapas, Mahendra Parvat, So, at that time, the Devatas thought that this is a great opportunity to defeat Rakshasas. So they came and attacked all the Rakshasas who were ruling at that time. Because the leader is not there, they were incapacitated. Naturally, there was no match for the Devatas. They were attacked fiercely, and Indra himself led the army. So what happened? All these asuras ran away, then hid in Patala, because they could not take that attack from the Devatas. So what happened? Not only that, then Indra saw, he came to the palace and saw his mother, Prahlada's mother, and she was expecting a baby at that time. So Indra saw that this baby is another Rakshasa coming, going to torture us. So let us take this mother also. So he took her with him to Devaloka, so that he was thinking that when the child come out, as soon as he come out, he'll kill the child. That was his, so that one more problem is over. Otherwise a terrorist attack. So that was his thinking. So then, on the way what happened, this Narada saw, this Indra is taking this lady, this Hiranyakashipu's wife, and he said, "Hey, Indra, what are you doing? She is a pregnant lady, innocent lady. How can you take her with you? Your intention is to kill her or what?" Then Indra said, "No, I am not interested in killing her, but I am interested in destroying the child." That is what it is. Then Narada said, "Do you know who is in the womb of this lady?" He said, "No, he is the greatest bhakta of Bhagavan, Vishnu." Then, listening to Narada's words, what he did, Indra prostrated, not only prostrated, went round the lady and left her with Narada. The Narada took her to his ashram, and then in thinking of this child, Narada started teaching her. And most of the time, this Prahlada says, I used to listen to my Guru's words from the womb. So now you see the prenatal education. Balavihar is to start from the womb itself. It is not that after coming to Shishuvihar and all that, it is still late, it seems. So Prahlada says, I used to listen to my Guru's words from the womb itself. But sometime what happened, my mother used to go to sleep. Because of tiredness, she used to go to sleep. But I used to listen to, in spite of that, I used to listen to his teaching from the womb itself. Now, so therefore, all of you develop bhakti towards Bhagavan Vishnu, which was forbidden in his country, that Hiranyakashipu's kingdom. And what happened? All the children started singing bhajans, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. And when the Chandamarka came back, what happened to the whole elementary school is singing Bhagavad Kirtanam, bhajans, and some children are dancing and all that. When they saw that this is terrible, there is a revolution in our school. So they ran to this king, Hiranyakashipu, and said, Prabhu, we have a problem. What is that? Your son is the leader of the whole problem. Now, what did he do this time? He said, we bring him here, let me see. And they brought him. And this time he was furious, asked, there is see, Chandavarka said there is a revolt in the primary school. So, then he asked, hey, Durvinita Mandatman Kulapeta Karathama Stabdam Machasanodbhutam Neshyetyatvadya Yamakshayam Sruddhasya Yasya Kapande Trayo Loka Saheshwaraha Tasya Mebhidavan Mudha Sasanam Kimbalutyaka. Now, Hiranyakashipu said, I shall immediately dispatch you to the city of Yama. You who are an audacious fool, traitor to the family, Kulabheta kara athama, low-class villain, debased villain, and also my authority is being challenged. How did you challenge my authority? What is that source of strength depending on which you fearlessly flout my commands? That also a person like me who conquered the whole world. The entire world is shiver in front of me. But you, only a 5-year-old child, not even afraid of me, you are standing there fearlessly. My angry looks are sufficient to cause tremor in the hearts of all the guardian deities and generate fear in all the 3 worlds. How dare you flout me? Now Prahlada quietly says, Na kevalam me bhavadascha rajan savai balam belinam chaparesham paravaremi tirajangamaye brahmadayo yena vasham pranita. O king, not only for me, but even for all considered strong, including yourself, the source of strength is He, that Supreme Being, who controls like His slaves all being, high and low, from Brahma down to a blade of grass. He is the Supreme Lord, Sa Ishvaraha, Kalaha, Urukramaha, Saha Sattva Balendriyatma, Sayeva Vishwam Paramasya Shaktibihi, Sajatyavatyati Gunatrayeshaha. He is the strength of senses, the mind and the intellect and the body. He is the one to be worshipped. Please abandon your asuric tendencies. This and have even-sightedness, abandoning distinction between friend and enemy. There is no enemy beyond one's own mind. If it is uncontrolled and caught in the path of vice, the supreme worship of the Lord is alone beneficial to you. Now, Prahlada heard this. Hiranyakashipu heard this. He said, Vyaktam tvam martu kamosi. It is sure now you are definitely going to die. And you are also interested in killing yourself, dying yourself. Tvam murtuka, O fool, you indulge in such senseless and arrogant talk. For none but those who are face to face with death will talk like this. Soham vigatyamanasya shirakayatvaradide kopayeda haritvadeste sharanamipsitam. Hiranyakashipu asked, where is that Lord of the world of whom you speak? If there is any such God other than me, where is He? Let me see. Prahlada said, He is everywhere. He is everywhere. Why is He in this pillar then? Questioned Hiranyakashipu. Prahlada said, I see Him there also. Then immediately Hiranyakashipu went with the sword and kicked that pillar. In Balavihar, we enact this story. Hiranyakashipu and Prahlada Charitra. One place I was watching. So this Hiranyakashipu went and hit one pillar. So Prahlada was sitting there, standing there and telling, hey, not that pillar, the other pillar. because Nrsimha is hiding the other side. So he was reminding. Now this is more interesting than the play. Because we know the story. Children create creativity. Now when he hit that pillar, he heard a roar. And that roar was something extraordinary, as though it is going to destroy the whole Brahmanda. And suddenly he was taken aback. He said, from where this sound coming, this roar coming? And then as he looked on, breaking that pillar open, Bhagavan appeared there. So, that is why here our Sukama Rishi says, very beautiful, Satyam vidhatum nijabhritya bhashitam vyaptim jabodeshu akileshu jatmanam adrishyadadhyadbhuta rupa muttahanna stambhe sabhayam na mrigam na manusham. Satyam vidhatum nijabhritya bhashitam. So these are very beautiful. Because Prahlada said he is there in the pillar also to make his devotee's word come true. To establish that it is true, Bhagavan appeared from the pillar. Bhudeshu akhileshu yatmanaha. That Bhagavan who is the Lord of the entire creation. Adrishyad atmat adbhuta rupam uddahan. Even though he is unmanifest, he manifests there. That also a wonderful form. Stambhe sabhayam. Na mrigam na manusham. Neither man or animal. Now on the Satyam Vidhatum Nijabhritya Bhashitam, on that particular usage, there are so many explanations are there. To make the words of his devotee come true, that is one thing. Another thing, this Hiranyakashipu also is a devotee of Bhagavan, because Jaya Vijaya was a devotee of Bhagavan. And he wanted that his death should be in the hand, not in the hands of anybody who Brahmaji created. So that word also has to come true, isn't it? So Satyam Vidhatum has got so many aspects are there. Not only Prahlada's words, but the wish of his devotee, that is Hiranyakashipu. Ultimately he is a devotee. To come true, Bhagavan appeared in that sabha. Not only that, Sanat Kumara's words also. So they also said, may you become Rakshasa. So that also, all of them we have to take into consideration. All this Sridhara Swami who wrote commentary on this Bhagavatam, he explained all these things. So then also Brahmaji's words. Brahmaji also given boon. That also has to respect it. So that is also, so many meanings are there for that one particular prayoga. And so Nave Bhakta Pranashyati, that is what Bhagavan's statement. Now, the description of Narasimha is given here. eyes like molten gold, mouth wide open, the manes shaking, like spears, tongue like sword. His ears were standing erect. His mouth and the nostrils were like big caves. Neck was short. With that form, he appeared in front of Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu, even though he was little shaken aback, but he faced that. He understood it must be Hari. He has come to attack me. He immediately took his sword and challenged him. And for Hiranyakashipu was not a match for Bhagavan because that form itself is so overpowering. And lifted him and threw him. And then again this Rakshasa attacked Bhagavan, and this went on for some time. And then what happened was, this Brahmaji saw this Bhagavan is playing with him, just children play with, like that. Bhagavan was playing with him. Bhagavan, these Rakshasas will become more powerful when the night time comes. So please finish him fast. That he said. Bhagavan was waiting for the time because he asked, that I should not be killed daytime or night time. Bhagavan was waiting for that, this dawn time, that Sandhya Vela. So when that time came, he lifted him and put him on his lap, neither Akasha nor earth, and also at the threshold, not exactly in the inside or outside, in between the threshold he put. Then Bhagavan himself told him, these are the things you asked, so I am following all that. And then he should not be killed with any weapon. Now this is not a weapon, this is my nails. With that nails he tore open his stomach, and then all those bladder came, and he's a Narasimha, he's Simha. So Simha will always like to drink the blood. So he drank the blood and then putting that mala, the bladder, putting there, horrible sight. Then afterwards this Rakshasa died, and when he died he just threw it. And then he sat on the throne of Hiranyakashipu. Now everybody, all of the Rakshasas came to attack Bhagavan. All of them, there is no match for Bhagavan, all of them were destroyed. And at that time all the devatas came, one by one started singing praise of Bhagavan. Lord Shiva came, and still Bhagavan was roaring because his anger is still not gone. And everybody was afraid to approach him because nobody goes near him. Everybody far away standing there and singing his praise. And Lord Shiva said, Brahmaji said, and then all the Gandharvas, Yakshas, Kinnaras, and Rishimunis, Saptarishis, all of them came. And then still Bhagavan was angry. And at that time Brahmaji said, Lakshmiji, he is your husband. Maybe when he sees you, he will become calm. She said, Na Baba, I have not seen him in this form any time. I cannot go. But suppose if I go nearby and he lovingly touches me, my pattasari will go. So I don't want to go near him. So she refused to go. And then finally Brahmaji said, Prahlada, you go. See how Prahlada approached. Very beautiful. So Prahlada said, I am not afraid. It is something like Sukumar Rishi here says, suppose there is a lion is there, the child of a lion, a baby of the lion, to approach the father or mother, the lion child is not afraid. The same way, here also, Prahlada looked at Bhagavan as his father. parents. He was not afraid. He went and prostrated him before him, and Bhagavan said, these are all very beautiful. Prahalada Stuti is there. It's one of the most beautiful Stuti. Brahmadaya Suragana Munayoda Siddha Satvekadanatamayo Vachasam Pravahai Narathitam Purugunair Athunapi Vipruhu Kim Toshtu Marhati Same Harirukrajate. He says, Brahmati, I wanted to praise you, Bhagavan, but I am not able to praise you. Why? Because Brahmati, Suraganaha, all those Brahma, others, great scholars, they are not even able to praise you properly. How come I am born into the Rakshasa family and I am a child, I am not educated much. How can I even think of praising you? There are beautiful verses. And I feel that none of this wealth, high birth, beauty, austerity, scriptural study, vigor, prowess, strength of body, skill in action, intelligence and practice of concentration is adequate to please the Supreme Being. Why? Only devotion. The Lord is pleased with the Lord. Like, he gives example. Now it comes the Gajendra Moksha will come. Only with the devotion, Bhagavan is pleased, like how he was pleased with that elephant, Gajendra. So that gives me some consolation that even though I am born in a Rakshasa Kula, but still I dare to sing your glory. Like this, Prahalada this Prahalada Stuti itself will go forever, I tell you, if I start explaining one by one. Finally, Bhagavan was so pleased with him, then ask of me any boon you want, I am very pleased with you. Prahalada said, Bhagavan, you want to give boon as an exchange to my devotion and dismiss me, get rid of me. That is not fair. So my devotion is not for business, You love me, I love you. This is not correct. And what is the use of giving me boon? You have given the highest boon to my father. And his prowess so much that even Devatas could not stand, Indra Devata could not stand. His Vajrayuda could not even touch one hair in this body. Such a great, powerful, his body was so strong. And that strong body you tore open with your nails. So, what is the use of giving me boon? That is not I want. I don't want any boon from you. I want only to serve you, to be devoted to you. That alone is enough for me. And Bhagavan was so happy with him. And he made him sit on the throne. And Prahalada, you rule the kingdom on behalf of, because the Rakshasas now need a noble king, and you are going to rule this kingdom. And when he made him the king, then Prahalada said, Bhagavan, now I request for a boon. I say, when I ask of the food, you'd say, no, I don't want. Now you say you want it. Yeah. He said, see, my father, without his knowledge, he abused you. He's I don't know, all kinds of insult throughout his life. Not only he neglected you, he abused you also. He threatened you all the... So, that is a sin. For that, let him not go to hell. Bhagavan said, Prahlada, if a father has a son like you, he will never go to hell. In 7 lives, 7 lives before, 7 lives later also, nobody will go to hell. So with that, Bhagavan blessed him. And finally, Prahlada ruled over the kingdom for a long time. Then there is a story of the Tripura. The Tripurari, Rudra, Bhagavan, that story comes in Shivapuran, more detail. Here it is very briefly given. Bhagavan Shiva decided to destroy the 3 cities, which are flying cities, where 3 Rakshasas were there. That is, what do you call that? I don't remember the name of the 3 Asuras. And these are flying cities. One was gold, another silver, another's the iron. They were flying, and it is said that once in a billion years it comes together in one line for 1 second. At that time you have to shoot and kill. Then only. And Lord Shiva promised the Devatas, we will do it. And then he used Brahmaji as a charioteer, and Lord Vishnu himself became the arrow, and Bhumi Devi became the bow. Like that, he shot the Devatas, these Asuras. And here in the Bhagavatam it is very beautifully given here. These Asuras, when they were defeated, what happened? They were coming back again alive. Hey, what is happening? Then they found out that this Maya, who created a small little pond where he collected Amrit, and this Asuras who died, he gave them Amrit. So they come back again. So this, Bhagavan noticed this, Mahavishnu, Bhagavan noticed this. So Mahavishnu took the form of a cow, and Brahmaji took the form of a calf. In front of these Asuras, this cow started drinking this Amrit. See, think about those Asuras also, they had respect for cow. They did not kill. They are seeing it, but because it's cow, they don't kill. So he drank up the whole supply of Amrit. So thus, Bhagavan Shivji could destroy the Asuras. So there is a mention like that. Then in this next portion, so we saw that Utayaha, so Manushi Vasana, Asuri Vasana, and Devi Vasana. These are the 3 topics in the 7th canto. So the next topic is that Yudhishthira is asking. So this started with the Narada Yudhishthira Samvada. You remember the chapter started with that. So now Yudhishthira is asking, what are the Manava Dharmas? So here there is a great description is there. So Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyasa. So what is Sannyasa Dharma? What is the Grihastha Sarma? And what is the Dharma of his Brahmachari, etc.? It is given in detail. This topic will come again in the 11th canto. So at that time, I will, because Yuddha Gita, it comes, there are Samanya Dharmas, Vishesha Dharmas, etc. There are so many detailed description is there. It is repeated in the 11th canto in Yuddha Gita. At that time, I will give you. So now we can move forward. So with that, we conclude the 7th canto. I will go to the 8th canto. Ashtama Skanda. This Skanda talk about Manvantara. Here comes Gajendra Moksha, churning of Milky Ocean, the avatara of tortoise and Mohini, then Vamana avatara, Matsya avatara. All these stories will come in this 8th canto. Okay. This is called Manvantara. One Manu's term is called Manvantara. You know that 1000 Mahayuga, one Mahayuga is equal to 4.3 million years. Like that, 1000 Mahayuga is equal to Brahmaji's 12 hours of waking hours. Another 1000 is sleeping. Brahmaji sleep 12 hours, not like us 6 hours and all that. He sleep because he worked continuously 12 hours. So therefore, he need to sleep also. Now, during this time, 14 Manus come and go. Like a presidential term, Manu is Minister of Religious Department. Okay, his job is to see people follow Dharma. That's why he has written Manusmriti. For every Manu, the set of cabinet changes. Like Indra changes, Saptarshi changes. Suppose you look at the Saptarshis list, so there are different set of Saptarshis will be there because of this reason. In one Manvantara, one avatar of Bhagavan also take place. According to Manusmriti, what are the elements of Dharma is given. First Dharma of the first point of for the Dharma is, the element of Dharma is remembrance of Lord. Second one is Dhanam. You must learn to share what you have, and while giving, you should remember the Lord and then give. Don't have the pride that I am giving. So, I am offering this to the Lord, not to any particular organization or individual. I am offering this to the Lord. With that attitude, we should give. Third one is Pratijñā Purti. Whatever word you give, you must fulfill. See, some people, they pledge, I give you so much, but then afterwards, to collect that money, you have to go to him for 100 times. But still there is no guarantee you will collect. No. He says, Pratijñā Purti. Whatever word you gave, you must fulfill. Then fourth one is, material wealth is protected and wealth of knowledge also to be protected. Jnana Dravya Raksha. These are the important features of Dharma. First, 4th chapter, Bhagavat Smarana is highlighted. First Manu was Swayambho Manu. He was doing tapas, remembering the Lord. Some asuras came to destroy his tapas and him, but he held on to Bhagavat Smarana. Lord protected him and saw to it that no harm came to him. Second Manu was Swarochisa Manu. Third was Uttama Manu. Fourth was Tamasa, brother of Uttama. In this Manvantara, Bhagavan's avatara was Hari, when he protected that elephant who was caught by a crocodile. Raja Parishit wanted to hear in details about Gajendra Moksha. Shukamarshi says there was a great mountain called Trikuta. There lived this Gajendra who was very strong. Even lions were afraid of him. He lived with his wife and children and friends. One day, searching for water, they all went to a lake and entered the lake and drank hot content of water and did some water sport in the lake with his kith and kins and friends and baby elephants. As Providence would have it, when he was coming out of the lake, his foot was in the grip of a crocodile. The crocodile is stronger than elephant in the water. This crocodile started pulling him down. His relatives, friends, all of them tried to help him, to pull him out, but they all failed. But the crocodile was more powerful than all of that elephant. Think about it. Like this, it is said 1,000 years went by, they struggled. Finally, Gajendra realized that he is helpless, and all of his relative friends, everybody left him. And when he felt that he is helpless, he sought help from Hari. See, surrender comes only when one realizes one is totally helpless. That's why we tried, this is saying, we tried first when you are sick, try allopathy, then homeopathy, then what is that? Naturopathy, then sympathy. That also doesn't work, and Govinda, Tirupati. Tirupati comes much later. So surrender comes only when one realizes one is totally helpless. At the same time, you should be a devotee only. Then you see the Lord. Non-believer also come to that point, but he will not seek shelter under the Lord. Suppose one have faith in God, but still he doesn't feel helpless, then also there is no surrender. So at that time, strange thing happened to this elephant. What he was doing in his previous life, he remembered, and those mantras in him came to him easily. Om Namo Bhagavate Tasme Yata Chidatmakam Purushayadi Bijaya Paresha Bhividimahi. Om, my salutation to that worshipful one who bestows consciousness to inert nature, who is both Prakriti and Purusha, is also their controller, who is pervading everything and who is the source of all. Gajendra Stuti itself is a topic for many days. In the beginning, he was under distress and praying to release him from the present bondage. But as he started singing the glory of Lord, he realized that he doesn't want just release from the crocodile grip, but he wants release from the crocodile of samsara itself. He wanted moksha, not to live again in the elephant's body. He plucked one lotus from the lake and singing Bhagavan's hymns, he offered at the feet of Lord Hari. It seems, Kathakar humorously says Bhagavan Vishnu was sitting for lunch, Lakshmi Devi was serving him. That time he heard ha only. He immediately left. And his Vahanam, Garuda, came later and joined him, it seems. And by the time this elephant finished saying Re, he already was there. So that was the greatness of Bhagavan. And Bhagavan came and with the chakra he cut off the head of this crocodile. Then crocodile got moksha, released from the curse. His name was a Gandharva. His name was Hu. So Gandharva's names are all like that. Hu, ha, hu, like that. Ho. Now, a question is asked, why did Bhagavan, actually who prayed? Gajendra prayed. Now who got moksha? The crocodile got it. Hey, what is that? What is this partiality like this? So some Mahatma answered saying that, see, the crocodile was first released. Why? Because the crocodile caught hold of the feet of Bhagavan's devotee, who was Gajendra. Gajendra was the devotee of Bhagavan, and that devotee's feet this crocodile caught, isn't it? So this is the greatness. Bhagavan says, I bless those who worship my devotees. So the first blessing comes to that devotee who worship Bhagavan's devotee. That is how. That is why he released Gandharva in the form of crocodile. Then the elephant was also released by Lord's own hand. This elephant was King Indradyumna, one of the Pandya kings from Dravida Desha, south. He was devoted to the worship of Lord Vishnu. Once he was meditating upon Sri Hari. Sage Agastya happened to visit him. The king did not know the sage's arrival and hence did not greet him and worship him. This angered the rishi and cursed him to be an elephant. Indradyumna thought that this is also Lord's doing. He accepted it and then became the elephant. Sometimes rishis, curse, help you to realize God faster. Otherwise he would have taken many lives. But because of the curse, now Gajendra was transformed and Lord gave him Sarupya Mukti. Sarupya Mukti means same form as Bhagavan Hari. Same form as Hari, except Lakshmi won't be there. That is how you recognize. Then Phalasuddhi is given here. Those who sing this hymn, composed by this Gajendra, at the close of night, I grant a pure understanding before the end of their lives. And see, all of Ande Narayana Smriti, we say, we should remember Bhagavan at the time of death. Then that soul will definitely reach Bhagavan. This is Bhagavan's promise. Then the question is, how are we going to remember? What is the guarantee we'll remember? Then Bhagavan said, Tasma sarveshu kaleshu mamanusmara yudhyacha. So you remember always, then I will see that. But here in this Bhagavatam, Bhagavan gives a solution. What is that? This Gajendra Stuti, if you chant every day, it's not much, 7 minutes maybe. If you chant this every day, then Bhagavan says, I will see that you remember me. So this is Bhagavan promise. So I will see that you remember me before you leave this body. So take down this Gajendra Stuti. You can put it in your, what is that, cell phone and listen to it. That is also allowed, okay. Then Manu of the 5th Manvantara was Raivata Manu. Manu of the 6th Manvantara was Chakshusha Manu. In the 6th Manvantara, Devatas and Asuras joined together and churned the ocean to get nectar. Now, Sukamarshi said that Parikshit want to know more, naturally. Don't just give me a brief note. Tell me in detail. How did that happen? How did these Devatas and Asuras join together and chant? Now, Sukamarshi started giving the story. This is a long story. I will make it short. Once Durvasa Rishi happened to visit heaven. He had one divine garland with him. He presented to Indra Devata this garland. But Indra, what he did, see, whenever you give some gift to somebody, with love somebody give you some gift, that gift should be respected, isn't it? Instead of that, what Indra did, because of his arrogance, he put that garland on his elephant, Airavat. Now, elephant and garland, what connection is there? It has no idea of this value of the garland. He thought it is irritating to that elephant, so it pulled out through his trunk, with his trunk pulled out and smashed it in front of Durvasa. Now look at this. Naturally, Durvasa got angry, and he is famous for that. And he cursed immediately, saying that, oh, how dare you insult me in front of me. I just gave you, at least after I gone, you have done that, that's okay. But in front of me you did it. It is an insult, direct insult. So you are cursed. What is that? All your Aishwarya goes. Aishwarya goes means what? No more Devatas. You like human being, Jara, Nara, etc. Old age, etc. will come to you. Now, suddenly, when the curse happened, Indra realized his mistake. Now what to do? Naturally, they go to Bhagavan, Vishnu. Rahimam, Pahimam. After making some mistake, foolish thing, they will go to Bhagavan. Bhagavan never say, why did you do that? And all. He didn't ask. This is the greatness of Bhagavan. Bhagavan never complains. He says, okay, you have come, fine. He is happy that you came to me. This is what we have to understand. Our Bhagavan is also not a fearful figure, okay? He is always there to help us. So he said, now you have to churn the milky ocean and get Amrit. Then said, how can we churn ourselves? What are the things required? Then Bhagavan gave advice, you have to befriend your enemy, number one. Who are they? Asuras. Then how do we, suppose we go and approach them, they will imprison us because now we are weak, it is easy for them to defeat us. Now Bhagavan gave advice, what to tell, how to negotiate. All these tricks, this we have to learn from this. How to negotiate with your enemy. All this teaching is given here. He said, you go there because this, I know it is Mahabali. Mahabali was the king at that time. He will not imprison, you go as a guest, he will respect you as a guest. He will not imprison you. He follows dharma, I know. He's a dharma raja. So then how to negotiate? He said, you tell them that you partake in this. The result is what? Amrit. This Amrit we will share with you. Oh, but the Asuras, they have their guru, Shukracharya. Shukracharya has got this blessing from Lord Shiva. He knows Mrita Sanjeevani Vidya. Whoever dies, he will make them, come back to life. So when they have that Vidya, why do they need this nectar? They don't need nectar. Their Asuras said, we don't need nectar. We have our guru. He will make us. Then you say, Bhagavan says, they will say like this. Then you say, what? This Mrita Sanjeevani Vidya is valid only as long as Shukracharya is alive. Suppose Shukracharya goes, because he is not permanent. And that also, a dead body is there in the battlefield. If the body is burned, then he cannot bring him back. The body has to be there. Then only he can bring him back. So all these limitations are there. But whereas if you take Amrit, so there is no limitation. You will not be killed. Like this you negotiate. And they went and negotiated. And Rakshasat, Bali, there must be a catch, I know, but still it looks good for the time being. So they accepted it and they decided to churn the Milky Ocean. And for that, what is necessary? A churning rod is required. So Bhagavan said, go and bring this Manthara Parvat. So Manthara Parvat was brought, and when Asuras and Devatas were carrying this Manthara Parvat, it fell down. Because it is so heavy, lifting, once you lift it is okay. It is something like the ladies, they carry their bag. In the beginning it is very light, afterwards it starts heavy, heavy, heavy. Then they give it to their husband. Isn't it? So that is, the same thing happened. This Asuras, Devatas, fell down. The whole of Parvata fell down. They were all under the Parvata, crushed. And at that time, Bhagavan came in the Garuda and just lifted the Parvata and dropped it in the ocean. Then they want a rope to churn. So they went to Vasuki and promised him also Amrit. Otherwise he won't agree. So he also came and then started. Then both sides. So one side is head, another side is tail. All the Devatas went and held the head of Vasuki. At that time Asura said, what? We have to take the tail of the snake. That is an insult. We are also born to the high family like you. Don't insult us. And now there is a quarrel. And Devatas look at Vishnu, what to do now? Vishnu Bhagavan said, let them take. Let them take the head, you take the tail. Why? He told them, see, this snake, after some time, it will vomit poison. It will come to them. So, why are you worried? So they said, okay, we'll go there. So they took the tail and they started churning. Slowly started churning. And churning. Exactly like that. The poison came in the mouth of the Vasuki. And at that time, Bhagavan showered rain and then dismissed that. And then again they started chanting. What happened? This Parvata, this rod, it was not balanced. It started going down. At that time, Bhagavan took the form of a tortoise and underneath the Parvata and lifted the rod. And it seemed on the back of this tortoise they were churning. And it is there in Bhagavatam, it is said, Bhagavan felt somebody scratching his back. How soothing it is. It is something like that he felt. That was the size of the tortoise. Then afterwards what happened? This one, the Parvata was not going down, but it was going up. That became another problem to balance it. Then Bhagavan put his chakra there and balanced it. And in this way, they were churning. Slowly, slowly, so many things came. This is called the goodies came. First came Kamadhenu. Then Rishis took it. Then second came Uchchaishravas. It is a flying horse. So that was given to Mahabali. Then third came Airavat, elephant. Indra took it. Then Kalpataru came. It straight away went to heaven. Did not wait for anybody to choose. Then Apsaras came. They also went to Devaloka. Then Kaustukamani came. That Bhagavan took it. And then finally came Lakshmi, Mahalakshmi. When Lakshmi came, everybody stopped churning. And Asura thought she came with Varamala in hand. And everybody thought, I am suitable. Now there is a discussion here, very beautiful, in Bhagavatam. And she looked at everyone. And everyone, she found some mistake. Very interesting. And Indra thought he is, very handsome, I am fit for it. But she rejected him. Like that. Then Asura king also, Mahabali, thought that he is Agni, Varuna, Indra, all those Vayu Devata, everybody thought that I am eligible, I am eligible. But everyone she rejected. At that time, at one point Bhagavan himself, all these Devata Asuras were tired. So at that point Bhagavan himself assumed both sides and he himself churned. And he was tired, he was lying down. Under a tree he was just lying down, put his Pitambara over his head and lying down sleeping. And when Lakshmi ji saw, here is one person not interested in me, she went and garlanded him. So Bhagavan's wedding happened in his sleep. Now this is one lesson we all have to learn. If you want to attract a woman, you should show indifference. Don't show interest. So Bhagavan was just udasina bhav, not interested. So she got interested. And the wedding took place. Mahalakshmi. And then afterwards came Varuni. That is called alcohol. Devata immediately took that. And Bhagavan said, okay, let them have it. Then came Dhanvantari with Amrita Kalasha. He came and Asura saw this. They ran and snatched it away from him and disappeared. But then Devatas looked at Bhagavan. Bhagavan, you promised us Amrit. Now what happened? It's gone. All our effort is waste. Bhagavan said, don't worry, I'll get it back for you. Then Devatas, after getting this Amrit, they were thinking, now who will distribute? They were not deciding who will distribute, because everybody was suspicious to the other. And they were quarreling. At that time, Bhagavan appeared there as Mohini, beautiful form of Bhagavan. And when they saw this beautiful girl coming, their attention was to her. Then she said, what is the problem? Can I help you? Yes, very good, you have come. We want you to distribute this. But how can you trust a woman like me from nowhere? You don't know from where I have come. How can you trust me? And I will trust you. Looking at you, we know you are from a noble family, you are cultured, etc. Everything they decided, looking at her. Then she said, now you have worked so hard, both of what you do, you should take a bath before taking the Amrit. So go and take a bath and come. And he instructed Devatas also, come. And both of them sat in both lines, opposite to each other, they sat. And then she made them make a promise that whatever I do, you should not question me. They said, yeah. They were so mesmerized by her Bhagavan's Maya. And they agreed for all conditions. And finally what happened? She started serving the Devatas first and looking at the Asuras smiling, giving them smiling. And they were thinking that it will come to us, our turn will come. They were waiting. And nothing happened. And suddenly one Asura felt, there is some trick is here, some cheating is going on. So he disguised as a Devata and sat in between the Surya and Chandra. And then, when they were about, he was served. And when he was about to eat, they discovered, this is Asura, not Devata. And how do you know this? It seems your culture comes the moment you start eating food, it seems. If it is a South Indian, they will take it and then throw it and catch, isn't it? If it is any other person, they will take some make noise. So much noise they make. That's how they must have recognized. I'm just imagining. Otherwise, how they recognize. Immediately they pointed out, hey, this is Asura. So Bhagavan immediately took out his chakra, cut off. By the time they ate already. So his head became Rahu, body became Ketu. The two grahas. That is why they are angry with Surya Chandra. So that's why Surya Grahana, Chandra Grahana comes, it seems. They swallow that. But since this Rahu doesn't have a body, so even if you swallow, it comes through the other side. So that is how Grahana happens, it seems. And then when this Asura saw that we are cheated, immediately a war took place in between Deva and Asuras. And big war. And of course, because now Devatas have already taken this Amrit, they defeated Asuras. And at that time Mahabali said, this is not our time now, let us withdraw. Then what happened? Mahabali was blessed with his Guru. And Guru gave him certain mantras. With that mantra he propitiated Devatas. That again Devatas only. And they performed a great yaga. And out of that came some chariot and armor, etc. Armed with that, this Mahabali went and conquered the heaven, defeated Devatas completely. Again Devatas lost. And with that, the Palari Mathanam story is over. There is a symbolism for it. Palari Mathanam represents meditation. Milky ocean is our mind. In our mind, Devas and Asuras both are there. Asuric tendency, Devi, Sampatti, both are there. And you have to churn this. Mind has to be churned, the meditation seat. With the help of what? Manthara Parvata means mantra. Mantra is the Manthara Parvata. And this rope is our ego. So that is why in all symbolism, all the devatas, you see all our gods, everybody has got some snake, isn't it? Lord Shiva is always with lot of snake. Everywhere it is snake. Ganesha has got a snake on his hip, belly. And like that, everybody seems to have this snake. Snake represents our ego. Now the snake that they are wearing is what? The snake, the ego, poisonous fangs represent our ragadveshas. These are the poisonous fangs. And these fangs are removed. Ragadveshas are neutralized. That is why once ragadveshas are neutralized, the very same ego become an ornament for you. And when you churn this with this in the meditation seat, with the mantra, as mantra parvata, slowly certain siddhis comes to you. Those siddhis are listed as this Airavata and all that. Then finally what happened, if you continue to meditate, the halahala, oh, that part I didn't tell. The halahala poison came from the ocean. That they offered to Bhagavan Shivji. So everybody left journey. Then finally Bhagavan suggested, go and ask Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva came and he drank the poison. And he was about to, when he was drinking that poison, Parvati ji suddenly realized, suppose he drink and swallow the poison, what will happen to my husband? I'll be widowed. For the welfare of the world, he is doing this, but what will happen to my husband? So she went and caught hold of his neck, refused to let it go down. Then these devatas thought that suppose he spit it out, problem. So they went and closed his mouth also. Now what Bhagavan will do? He absorbed it in his neck. That is how he became Nilakantha. Now, this meditation, you get siddhis, you have to distribute it. You should not worry about it. If you become conscious of the siddhis, then what happens? The gold will go on. Or that amrit will go on. Amrit should be your goal. Amrita means moksha, should be the goal. And even last moment, Aruni will come. Varuni will come. Varuni is what? Intoxicating joy. That intoxicating joy also, Rameshwara used to be always intoxicated. So, they say that intoxicating joy also is limited. It is also a limited joy. Like Priyamoda Pramoda. It is limited joy at the level of the mind only. You have to transcend that also. Then only one can gain moksha. So this is the idea of the symbolism of the Milky Ocean. Now what happened? Devatas were defeated. Naturally, Devata's mother, Aditi, was sad. What happened? We'll see.